right? And people understand, how can
Mm.
you teach middle school kids? Middle school kids, they're a trip. They're a trip. They're a trip. They're a trip. But I liked it. I
They're
don't know why. I just like teaching those kids. And for me, it was math. I figured if I could, none of them thought they could do math, but I don't know about you, baby. I was mean. I was one of them old school mean teachers. How are you? Are you like nice? Or how are you?
Am I nice?
Yeah, I wasn't nice. I mean, I was nice, but I was firm. I was like, I don't know. What are you?
Well, so initially, I was like 37 when I started teaching, but I looked really young, so the kids was thinking I was their age, and I was really like tricky because I was coming from New York. I was really
Right.
putting that stuff on. So
Yeah.
it's like, oh, Miss Ojo, you look. No, I'm about to be 40 years old. So at the school, in high school, they was like coming to me like I was their friend, like, hey,
Right.
Queen,
Right.
like, no, it's
There
Miss
you go.
Ojo.
Right. I know
Yeah,
what you mean.
but I had to be firm. A couple of times I had to like, like, don't play with me like that. And they're like, look, because I'm so nice. I'm a very nice lady. But when it comes to like respect, that's what I'm trying to instill in these kids is respect, because these kids have no respect at all.
Yeah.
Like education, and I teach special education. So these kids ain't like special education on like the bus. These kids is special education like they ain't been coming to school on time. They ain't been passing their classes, doing their homework.
They not really.
They just in the class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Cutting
they
class.
playing the whole.
You're not there to be student.
Right.
Right. And it's yeah.
Put them in check. Like, don't do that. Because my son graduated from UC Berkeley, and my other son, he's 17, getting ready to graduate. And I don't play with kids like that. So they need to tighten up. So I had to come at them like I'm coming at them like, don't not. Okay, it's cute right now. I'm like, okay, hi, Miss Ocho, but no,
I ain't your friend.
do your homework. Like,
there you go.
I'm not your friend.
There you go. Well, you automatically qualify because you. Thank you. You got to do that, man.
Hey,
you got to.
Yes. Treating the other teachers, I'm like, you don't talk to your teachers like that.
Right.
Because they go to math. Because I was a lead teacher in the charter school, so I'm over middle school and high school, so I have to go and do evaluation. And it's like, them kids are talking to you like that. I'm like, come here. Don't you talk to that lady like that. You need to have some respect for her. That's your teacher. She's trying to teach you.
Yeah, I gotta say,
they don't talk to me like that.
I gotta say thank you. I really do. Because other than their parents, you're the only one.
Right.
The teacher's the only one that's going. And you got them what 6-7 hours a day, right? Or you see them every day, or 180 days a year. So you're the one that's like, no, this ain't gonna work. This is gonna work. You got the high standards. Because thank you, hon. I mean, I really appreciate it. It's really good to hear that. It's really good to hear that, and you still teaching because they will drive you. Say they will drive you. Yeah. I know people going to teaching. Nah, I ain't going back. So thank you. What school you gonna be at next year? She gone?
She's at a charter in.
She can say that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Wasn't that nice though?
Yeah.
I mean, she wants to be a teacher. Okay, got another call.
And she's active with it. Like she's proactive with it, right? She knows. And I feel like that's how Mrs. Stell is, right? That's why Mrs. Stell sticks out so much, because
she's the prototype.
Yes, exactly. But it takes a certain heart, and a certain kind of strictness, but also kindness, and care in order to effectively reach your students, right?
You can't be their friend.
No.
You can't be their friend.
No.
I'll say that right now. I was never their friend. 877-955-1061. 877.
Big shout out to the 877-955-1061.
Yes.
Big shout out to the teachers that look. And I was a young guy that looked good back in the day, but they were. I'm sorry. I'm just keeping it real.
He's always been like.
But anyway, Miss Levin, awesome teacher. Miss Vega.
Man, I'm trying to write these names down. Miss who?
Miss Levin.
Levin?
Yes.
Okay.
Miss Ma.
Okay.
Miss Lau.
All right. Oh, Chinese, Asian?
They're Asian.
Okay.
Mr. McLeod, black man. Mr. Pfeiffer, white guy.
Okay.
Terrence Elliott, Contra Costa College.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's a great Professor Elliott. He played the piano.
Yeah,
he's an awesome teacher.
Yeah.
Great teacher. Yeah.
It's nice you say on
Yep,
here. Yeah.
yep, that's my guy.
Yeah. Professor Terrence Elliott. Yeah.
Who else? Miss Ziwa. I had some excellent teachers, man. I'm not and then also coaches too.
Well, I'm gonna say
Okay.
coaches.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a Coach Beam Hall of Fame too.
Okay,
for
got
coaches,
you.
right?
Got you.
Tonight is
Teachers.
coaches are teachers. But well, so tell me about Miss Levine.
Miss Levin's fifth grade teacher.
Fifth grade.
Miss Lau,
Well,
Miss
what makes you remember these people?
Yeah.
See, I don't know what if you say
Miss Levin was good because she was just a nice lady, nice teacher.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's a Jewish name. She was Jewish. I didn't know she was Jewish then, but
Okay.
very nice lady, black hair, super nice, super kind. Anybody went to Sutro Elementary School, they'll tell you Miss Levin. Everybody wanted Miss Levin.
Well, see, that says something right there.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it. If everybody wants to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted Miss Levin. Miss Ma and Miss Lau were my third and fourth grade teachers. Miss Lau she was tough.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a black kid from Fillmore, and I thought I knew it all, and she was just an Asian lady that I had to come to respect.
Yeah.
Oh,
Before the dawn.
You put
and
you in check?
Miss Lau did, and Miss Ma was super cool, and Miss Maxon,
Okay.
Naeli Maxon's
You
mom.
remember your teacher?
I do.
That says a lot when you remember all of these teachers.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
So you had some good teachers.
I had some excellent teachers. Sutro, Roosevelt, Gateway, and Richmond High School.
So what kind of student were you?
Horrible. Nah. I was like a 2.0 student.
No.
I didn't apply myself.
Didn't apply. Okay.
I was
yeah,
super
right,
smart.
Right.
All the teachers was like, Mike, you need to do more. You can do so much more. You have this natural ability, but I would just be a class clown. And so they would get mad and say, Michael, I could tell you have it because like your gifted gab would allow you to like almost take over the classroom.
Yes.
And she would say, I hate when you do that, but that is a gift.
Does
So
you know what you're doing now?
a couple of them do. Yeah. A couple of them do.
He's still gabbing.
It worked out.
And still
Thanks for that list, man. Somebody on, we got to show. You're on Street Soldiers. Go right ahead. Are you a teacher? You got a teacher for the Hall of Fame here. Go right ahead. Hello.
Well, I'm a coach in the South Bay, so this is close to my heart, and I'm absolutely going to give a huge shout out to Mrs. Leggett, one of the best teachers in my life, who stood behind a troubled student with a bad attitude of bad parents, and she never quit on me. That's what it's all about. And that's probably why I love coaching today. I don't quit on those kids whose parents quit on them.
Yeah.
We give them structure. We give them culture.
Yeah.
We give them family. We give them a shoulder to lean on.
Right.
We give them trust. We give them loyalty. And all we ask in return is that you just hustle, hustle, hustle. We'll sort out the rest. Cheers, guys. Appreciate your time.
Man,
Thank
that's
you.
a bar. He dropped one.
Man.
Mic drop.
Right? Just
Yeah. But the impact that the teacher had on him
yeah.
that he carried over into his coaching career.
That's huge.
Yeah. That's why I'm telling you, teachers, man, they everything. They and you could tell the teachers in the school that are good. And it's funny because I don't know, you would figure that the teachers are so-called mean that the kids wouldn't like, but they know that you really care
It's
about
funny, yeah. It's
Right.
weird.
care about them.
It's some teachers that have that that they love. You could tell that the love is there, even though that they're mean.
Oh yeah. Or
It's not a
tough
mean,
love.
it's
That-
tough
that
love.
kind
Yeah.
of- right.
Right.
Absolutely. And they got teachers that are really mean because they don't really like the kids.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen teachers don't, man.
I've had some.
Did you have some of them?
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, teachers that
hated
you just knew that
it.
didn't like you.
The algebra teacher. Yeah. In like
Don't say
8th
you gonna say her
grade.
name?
I don't remember.
You don't want
her
to
name,
remember
but I
her
remember
name.
she had a red bug. She was weird.
Remember,
Weirdo, you know, and then I hated math, but I never was that good. But no, she was weird.
I remember what's her name? What's her name? Who's the weird teacher?
The red bump lady.
Oh,
The red
Mr. Stores.
Ugh.
This guy by the name of Mr. Stores, he used a lot of comical. He wasn't one of my favorite teachers,
Got it.
but he was one of the funniest teachers. So my friend Rodney Jones, he said, "Oh, look, I found a quarter." And so Mr. Stores said, "Hey, Rodney, just because the guy was nice to you on the street, don't mean you have to go bragging about it in math class. Get back to work." Shout out Mr. Stores, man. He was hilarious. Oh my God.
877-955-1061. We're saluting teachers in honor of Lady Estelle and Mr. Mitra. And if you are a teacher, please call in and tell us why you teach. You can tell us the challenges. What did the first lady say? I'm sick of them kids. Yeah.
She said she was counting down the days.
Down to that. Oh, we all do that.
For real?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. We count down the days. Oh yeah.
Oh.
And it's not so
We
much the
love you.
kids.
You
Yeah,
gotta
we
go,
count down.
but you gotta get it
it's
here.
fine. We got a break. We'll get to her. Yeah, we counted down the days. It's summer vacation. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Can they kids need a summer.
Oh,
This month and a half
year round. Yeah.
year round school,
Yeah.
it's not nice.
I
I understand they get a lot of days off during the school year.
They don't get that many days off.
No,
either.
Exactly.
No, they got what
They got the teacher-
holiday break, and then they got a little bit of what.
some have a ski break.
Easter
but
break.
We did not. You got
Yeah.
spring break.
But they in more days in school now than ever.
Yeah.
Why?
I guess, lady, maybe you can help with that. I don't know. I mean, they have these pendulum swings in education, right?
Okay.
And lately it's been more school, more
Right.
school. I mean, man, when I was in school, we had the whole summer off.
Right.
I mean, the whole summer. And I didn't start school till mid-September.
Yeah.
Now they starting like
August
this-
next week. Some people starting on like this week.
Yeah, that which is another reason I did.
This is next week. Evelyn says,
She's not happy. I wouldn't be happy either.
let me get who I do want to put into the
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame is Miss Letitia Bobo, right?
yeah.
What was the school that
Oh, Calibird.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Calibird Changemakers, Beta in Richmond, California.
yeah.
Great school. Yeah.
We want to keep her alive. That was the eighth grade teacher, I think, who was, senselessly killed.
Man.
And we had the family in here and all of that, and yeah, we want to keep her memory alive because she's a great person. She's also a great teacher.
Yes, and her
And,
students called in and just shared so many memories and just how she saw them and influenced them. And so teachers really can make a difference in your life, especially when you're young and
Yeah.
you need that love. So we definitely honor her spirit and her memory.
So, Lady E, you've been joined by Letitia Bobo in the Street Soldiers Teacher Hall of Fame, 877-955-1061. And let me throw something else in here. We can kick this around here. If you are a teacher, please give us a call and tell us why you teach. Or maybe you was a teacher that stopped teaching because I know teachers that do that. I mean, I don't know. No. And if you got a teacher that was a big influence in your life, please call us and shout that person out right here on Street Soldiers.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Got one more teacher.
You got
Mr.
Mike.
Mr. Reedus.
Oh, put-
Mr. Reedus.
Look.
He was a rest in peace to Mr. Reedus. He was my music teacher
Oh,
in when I went to Roosevelt Middle School. And I remember a time when I said a bad word, but it wasn't considered bad then.
Mm.
And he kind of checked me. He was like, "You shouldn't ever use that word."
Mm.
It was the F word, but it wasn't LGBT. It's a derogatory name. So he checked me on that.
He's right.
He checked me on that
Yeah.
back then. This is maybe what 30 years ago.
Mhm.
He said, "Don't ever say that word. I don't want you to say that in my classroom. Do you know what that is? Do you know what it means?" And I tried to explain. He was like, "No, don't use that word.
No,
Not a good word to use."
no. I see that. I love that. See, that leads me into what makes a good teacher.
Mm.
What makes a good teacher? And so and as folks call in, tell us what makes a good teacher. I know a lot of people pick, the schools for their kids, right? Based on you move from one school to another,
Yeah.
based on right,
Had to make, I had to make a choice, right? Because the teacher wasn't,
Okay.
because things were not right. And so I had to make a choice. And that was hard.
Right.
But like as the parent, you have to stick up for your child.
Right.
And when the teachers aren't right, you gotta move.
Yeah, see, you're an involved parent, which is good. That's the
am.
other side of it. But we're just talking about teachers. I had a third my first teacher I loved and was because I'm a Catholic school boy.
Yes.
I had nuns.
Okay.
I had nuns, right? Before I had to- So Sister
We
Marie,
got whooping.
Sister.
You had a paddle.
He did his best not to. How about that?
I had a third grade teacher, Sister Marie Antoinette,
No.
Okay.
and I thought she was an angel, and she actually looked like one because they had them habits on, right? You know, I
Right.
thought she was gonna. You know what I used to think about nuns?
Mm.
Do they really have hair?
Wow.
Because all you see,
No,
is,
Right.
Yeah.
you know,
Right. You'll
these
see that.
stars, right? Do they take them off at night? But man, I thought she was the sweetest thing in the world. Oh man, she was nice. Now the principal
Yeah.
was horrible.
Oh man.
She whooped me.
Oh, Dr. Marshall, I'm sorry.
But that's when they had the
Yeah.
the
The
rulers,
paddles.
you know, the long yardsticks. Yeah, this is before y'all there. Bam, they take you in. Shot, yeah.
Mm.
But you know that. Yeah, but Sister Marie Antoinette, thank you so much for being my first inspiration.
Wow.
And I don't think I had a teacher since then.
Oh.
Not during high school.
Mm.
Maybe I have to think about if I had a college instructor who
Mm.
who impacted me that much.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're rare. They're rare.
are.
They're rare. They're rare.
Has a principal ever impacted you
Principal.
Hmm.
outside, like a counselor or a principal, not a teacher?
No.
No. Okay.
No, because they didn't do a lot for me. You know, and I went to Catholic school, but they really didn't do. I was pretty much on my own. You know,
Gotcha.
I mean, I just went through and figured out the stuff for myself. No, not really. I don't know. It might have been. That's a good question, and maybe somebody else had a counselor who impacted them. Because counselors,
They can.
yeah, I mean, Lady E has been both. She's been a teacher and a counselor.
Lady, what do you like more?
You know, I can't compare. I
Okay.
enjoy doing both, counseling and teaching.
Mm,
I love to, you know, yeah, because they're both gifts for me. I love both of it.
got you.
You love working with kids. You just had designated roles.
Right.
And I think what makes a good teacher, I would put at the top of the list, excuse me, is you gotta like young people. For me,
Yeah, you.
there's a lot of teachers that don't like kids.
That's correct.
And I've heard them say that.
Wow.
Well, I don't like these kids. I don't like kids. Well, how can you be a teacher you don't like kids?
Mm.
Seriously. Don't you think the kids gonna know after a while you don't like them?
Mm.
You know, I mean, why I gotta come to school today? Why do you let teach? You know, I mean, I know I have met teachers that taught with me that did not like kids.
Wow.
And that's criminal, right? That ain't right. And then that's where the phrase comes in, they're just doing it for the paycheck. So I think that's the first criteria. You gotta like kids. Let me get some input. 877-955-1061. I know y'all out there got some teachers that played a big part, important part in your life. Call in and shout them out. And I know I got some teachers out there who are teaching, and tell me why you do it. 877-955-1061. And help me with this list. And the first thing I'm putting on the list,
Yeah.
you just gotta like kids.
Yeah.
You gotta like kids. Yeah.
I remember when I was in kindergarten, I got to pick my teacher.
Wow.
Yeah, and so you could pick one or the other, and I was like, Miss Mickey, of course. I'm gonna pick Miss Mickey. That's awesome. She was so mean.
Oh man.
And yeah, it's just that's where I learned never judge the book by its cover. Luckily, and then Evelyn also reminded me of that phrase. But then I moved schools, and then I got a Mr. Gollenvo, and he was just so nice. And he had like a teacher aide, and it was just such a difference. And I was just like,
Right.
and then I remember I did like one of those reading contests, and I just kept reading and reading and reading, and I won both years, right? Because I'm nerdy like that.
Good job.
And thank you. But when you win, you get to go have lunch with the teacher, and this was like I don't think they do this anymore. But like the teacher took me and we went out to lunch, and like I remember going to her house, and like she had to do something.
Oh wow.
And I was like, she has a pool. Wow. I just never, you don't think of your teachers having a life outside
Right,
of the classroom.
Right.
But for whatever reason, you know, it was just we got to spend the day together, and that was really special. Miss Lund, I remember that.
Wow.
And then in the third grade, fourth. Oh, my sixth grade teacher was amazing, and that was Miss Thompson, and she was this like fresh out of college young black woman,
Mhm.
just with these beautiful braids that were curled, and she just had all this personality and life, and she
You felt it.
just yeah, and you just felt the hug from her and this the joy of teaching.
She liked kids.
Yeah, she loved kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like she was so special. And I remember she took us all to go to
Lord
the
Grant.
The Egyptian Museum
Okay.
down in San Jose, which is like, you know, like the biggest thing. And I remember then I was like, the Ankh. I love the Ankh. I'm getting like the Ankh, Ankh, Ankh. Like just she taught us all about the history. And this was at a school that no longer exists in Daly City. They knocked it down at the top of the not at the top of Ceremony, which is like so weird because it was
Wow.
like a big school. And but now it's just all development and houses and stuff like that. But
Wow.
somehow, I don't know if she found me or I found her, but we're like friends on Facebook.
Cool.
And that's so weird.
Right. That's super cool.
She was that teacher, and I got to, you know, I see her family now, and just
That's a
thank
lifetime
you.
relationship. Hi, you're on Street Service. Go right ahead. We're talking about teachers.
Greg.
Huh? Oh, it's Greg. Hey, what's up, Greg?
Hi, Dr. Marshall.
What's up, my brother?
How's it going? Doing well, brother. Doing well. One of my teachers, I had some really good ones, but one of the teachers I always remember was Mrs. Davis, my kindergarten teacher.
Mm.
You know, I was very, very young, little, maybe 4 or 5 years old, whatnot. And she called us the basic stuff, the ABCs, the 1, 2, 3s, or how the curriculum was back then. But her classroom, from day one, she made it like a place. It was a place of enhancement, place of learning, a great place to be. And so I kept in contact over the years, from even high school to college. When I was home college, I would stop by, I'll go by a classroom. And one day I just dropped by, I talked to her kids about being in college, because she said, I was there one day, she said, this is my student, he's in college, he's one of my students in kindergarten too. And so as I asked, did you miss your mommy? Did you like it? And so I sat down and talked about going to college for a little bit. They hung on to every word that I said. And she's gone on to be with the Lord now, but she was a teacher that I'll never forget. Never forget
Oh,
Mrs.
wow.
Davis
Never forget.
at Fairview Middle School in Hayward,
Yeah.
A2SD.
Man. That's a great story.
Right there.
Thanks, Greg. Thank you. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. Never forget. Wow.
No.
Never forget.
Man, I sometimes I go through my pictures
Yeah.
and I damn near want to cry sometime looking at some of them pictures. Yeah, man, because you just think where you came from and
Yeah.
that teacher or
Oh, yeah.
that relationship you had in
Oh,
that
yeah.
classroom, and then
Yeah.
be like, man, where are these people now? And you try to keep up with them. Oh, Charles Corselia.
Oh,
Sorry.
he
That's my principal at
doing
Roosevelt.
this show for Don Miguel.
My bad. I'm sorry.
No.
But nah, man,
That's
you start,
the-
yeah,
That's the point.
yeah. Mr. McCloyd,
Suppose you hadn't had these teachers.
man. Who knows?
Yeah. Because
Seriously.
you're spending 8 hours a day with these folks,
Yeah.
right? And then the rest of you at home or you out on the block. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Mr. McCloyd taught me, he used hip hop. And so Black Star had a song
Black
called
Star, yeah.
Yeah, with Mos Def and Talib. They had Black Is, and he was trying to like teach us what is like similes and
Oh, he was
metaphors.
He was using it as a teacher, as a
Yeah.
English
Like an
English
English
list
Yeah, exactly.
sort of thing.
So
yeah.
he did that, and he introduced me to Dead Pred, like different rappers,
Yeah.
and also the autobiography of Malcolm X. So
Oh wow.
I mean, the state of California made us read it, but
yeah.
I'm so happy that I was in his class
Mhm.
as a Black man, and we would like talk about these issues in front of everybody, no matter if they were white, Asian, Black. Like, hey, what do you feel like Malcolm was trying to say?
They were
What's the
preparing you
difference
to
for-
be
Yeah,
in the public eye, and they didn't know it.
they didn't even know.
They didn't even know.
Thank God for them. Seriously.
And I'm serious. Do they know what any? Like
Some of them know.
They know. They
Some
know.
of them know. Miss
They know.
B would know. Most of them know. Mr. McCloyd, he rest in peace. He passed away from cancer. But most of them know.
Yeah.
And I think even he knew that I had got to radio because I was 19, 20 when I got to radio. So he knew that I was in radio. He seen me one time. It was like, he was hella happy. So
What would you put on the list? I put like kids.
selfless.
Like kids. What would you add to the list? Lady, jump in here. We got a few minutes here.
Got
What would you add to
minutes.
the list? What makes a good teacher?
Selfless.
Selfless?
Yes.
Okay.
The desire to see them learn and grow.
Okay. The desire to see them. I'm adding something similar to this. I put high expectation. That you know, I see something in you that you don't necessarily see.
Mm.
I know you're smart. I know you're smart. You don't think you're smart, but I know you're smart. In fact, she does it all the time. You're brilliant. You just don't know it. And I've seen teachers teach dumb down. You know,
Uh-huh.
I'm always teaching up,
Mm.
right? I'm always teaching up
Mhm.
because and it's funny because coaches do that. Coaches don't teach down.
No.
They teach up.
Right.
They bring it out your greatest ability, even if you don't think
Right.
you have, even a special ed in Special Olympics, right?
Right.
Obviously, they're limited what they can do physically, but they're bringing out the best that they can give.
Mhm.
I've seen so many teachers, not only do they teach down, they just figure, well, you can't do it. And I've seen that in math classes a lot. You know, they just figure that, and if a kid is a kid of color, especially black, they figure, oh, you can't do it. Why? What are you doing here in the first place?
Wow.
I've heard teachers say that to kids.
Wow.
You know,
That's sad.
oh yeah.
And math is nothing but repetition.
Look,
Like, it's really just doing it. How did you do it? Do it again this way. Do it again that way, and then you'll figure it out eventually.
the worst kind of. I do not like teachers cheating kids.
Mm.
I call it cheating them.
That's a good word.
You cheating them. You
Yeah,
cheating them.
you are.
know, you and
You cheating
the
them.
other
Literally
thing-
cheating them.
you a bad teacher, and I'm calling it bad. You can destroy a kid.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
You can destroy his confidence or her confidence. You can destroy their because they're coming to you looking for something or believing that
almost
they
vulnerable.
need something. Yes, very vulnerable.
Right.
Even in their crazy behavior, right? You know, and you can destroy them. One word. I mean, I've seen it. So, and I use Lady E as a as she's in the Hall of Fame for a reason. Everything she does, she's lifting, and she's tough. Mr. Beecher is tough, but they rise to their greatest ability because she is. And I wish teachers would be more like coaches, athletic coaches. They say, well, you're gonna be the best if you're gonna play on my team. And we're gonna grind, we're gonna practice, and
deal with it.
yeah, and I've had coaches that look at, I didn't think I was real good, and they look at me and say, I'm gonna make you good. So yeah. You got
No,
something? Huh?
No, we gotta head on
We do?
the break. Yep. So
Okay,
we are gonna keep up the conversation when you head on over to YouTube Live at Stay Alive and Free. If you want to hear us again or our past shows, we are over there at stayaliveandfree.org and on all the streaming apps.
Okay.
Follow them. Go to YouTube, and we'll be right back. It's Cameo.
Hour number two, Alive and Free Street Soldiers Radio. We dedicate that first hour to teachers. We created the Street Soldier Teacher Hall of Fame, and our first inductees were our own Lady Estelle and our own Mr. Mitra. And we inducted Letitia Bobo, an 8th grade teacher who recently lost her life to a senseless act of gun violence, very much loved in her school. We will continue, and I had a suggestion to create a Lady Estelle Teacher of the Year moving forward. I don't know how we're going to do that, but I love the idea. Gonna switch reels. We're gonna switch reels this hour, And I said that the two most important jobs in the world are parent and a teacher. A parent and a teacher. And I explained for all of you out there that say a doctor. My explanation is that no, it's third because doctors have to be taught. So you gotta have a teacher. That's number two. But we're gonna go to number one this hour. I got a call from an old friend, and he's doing a new book. He said, Doc, I need you to read my book. Unfortunately, it isn't too long, man. I got it right here, fortunately. And he said, if you like it, can you write me? Now, I didn't tell him I'm already one forward behind, one preface behind. I owe somebody else. So I'm gonna have to get that one done before I get this, and I have not jumped into the book yet. But I said, look, man, just come on the show. We'll preview the book. We'll talk about how far back our relationship goes, and how key to the work of helping young people his work has been. So he said, "Really, you want me on the show?" I said, "Man, come on the show." Ray Upchurch. Ray, how you doing, my brother?
I'm good, Doc. How you doing?
How you doing, man? That's what's that old song? We go a long way back. Okay.
Long way back. Yes.
Ray Upchurch. Let's see. We go back to at least 2006, right? Maybe 2007.
Wow.
Doc, exactly 20 years ago.
20 years when you made, and I want to spend a little bit of time on this, that wonderful documentary, Daddy Hunger.
Yes.
And we're used it since you made it. Okay. Using it since you made it. And I want to salute you as one of the people, at least at that time, and as far as I know, who jumped into the subject of fatherhood, and a lot of people talk about it, but then you made a whole documentary about it. That's a little bit different. Your fatherhood journey, which means that then, it can be used to have other people talk about their fatherhood journey. And Daddy Hunger has been that all of these years. And when I told them that we had just shown it to the kids this last Father's Day, you still showing that? And yes, because it's timeless.
Yeah.
Fatherhood is timeless. It's every year new father. I mean, it ain't going nowhere. So yeah, and the issues raised in that documentary are forever. They're forever. So just thank you for that. Thank you for that. I'm gonna let everybody say hi to you because, and Lady, you can say hi. I knew we can get into the conversation, but Malcolm, Lady E, you want to say hi to Ray Upchurch, the creator of Daddy Hunger, and I'll tell you about his new book a little later.
Ageless and priceless.
Amen.
That work, it is a message that is just forever. It's just forever. It's always necessary. It's always needed. And even though it's been 20 years, it certainly doesn't feel like it.
No.
Because Daddy Hunger shows up every year at the Alive and Free classroom. And every year it is significant, it is necessary, and it is right on time.
Mm.
So yeah, you did a work when you did that. So I'm
Thank-
really excited to hear this next piece of work that you're putting together. Yeah.
Thank you, Lady. Thank you. Yeah. If I could just say this really quickly, because I'm not even trying to be the fake humble kind of thing, and I think you'll agree, that's God's film.
Mhm.
And the reason I can say it's God's film is because if you ask me today, I'm not a filmmaker. I didn't know how to do it then. I was mad at God when I felt like I needed to do it. I'm serious, Doc. I was mad, like, okay,
Yeah.
I'll do it. I remember the moment I made that decision. And it was, and then here's the really beautiful part to me. There's not one line in that film that's scripted. I mean, we literally took cameras in front of people. We're in Folsom Prison with convicted murderers that'll never be free again in their lives. We put a camera in front of them and tell us about your father. And those guys, they laid their hearts out. And all of them, 3 out of the 4 of them were fatherless, and said themselves, my whole situation could be different if only my dad was in my life. So I appreciate the kind words, but I still say that's God's film. I just happen to be the vessel on that one.
Right. They're not kind. It's the truth. It's just the truth.
Thank you. Thank you, Lady. I appreciate that.
Brother
Yeah.
Upchurch, good to see you again after all these years. It's a pleasure having you on.
Come
Street
on,
Soldiers,
Malcolm.
once again, you're looking good. And
Oh, man, bro.
hey, brother, I'm in the club too.
You looking great.
We still out here kicking. We
Yeah.
getting into good trouble, as they say.
He ain't in that club. He ain't in that club.
No, I'm not in your club, but
You
I'm at the door.
He's
I'm
at
at
the
the
pre.
door.
He's at the
Come on,
pre.
Malcolm. Yeah. I'm with you, Mal. I'm still trying to look. Let me tell y'all this real quick, because so I was recently a grandfather. This last Father's Day.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And people was like, oh, so what are you gonna be called Grandpa? I was like, what? And I'm really thinking about it because I never thought about the name. So then I had to Google. I'm like, no, I'm Babu. So Babu is grandfather in Swahili.
Okay.
And the reason I can't be a grandpa because I'm gonna be at the J. Cole concert in August next month. I don't think grandpa at the J. Cole concerts,
Now they
I'm
are.
not letting go yet.
They are now.
Right?
That's right.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, thank you guys.
I want to tell you something. We can talk about, fatherhood in general, but let me just say, this year, and we've been on the air 30 some years, right?
34, almost 35.
A bunch of years. This year, both our Mother's Day show and our Father's Day show in particular were the best. I think the best we've done. We've had some great Father's Day shows the last few years. And let me get your take on fatherhood for you, where you think it was when you did the film, and and where it is, because I get that question a lot. I get that question a lot about, there's still this whole thing about fathers in the Black community and so on and so forth. Let me get your thoughts on that.
Thank you for that question, Doc. I have to say this. First of all, because I remember I was one of them guys too, especially in the heart of Daddy Hunger. I was like thanking the fathers, the mothers who were being fathers because nobody was out. I was that guy early on. Yeah. But, over the years, and I won't cite what I think I know, but there was a CDC study in 2013 that said Black men are the most active in the lives of their children. Yeah. That they put them to bed. They have meals with them. They do their homework. The brothers are stepping up. So I'm no longer that guy. I think we're doing amazing. And one of the things, and this is kind of tricky, they say, well, after 50%, 70% of households are headed by single mothers, right? So it's like, well, there's some contradiction there. How can both of those things be true? Mm-hmm. But then when I read in the study further, what they said was, these fathers are living in the house with their significant others and their children, but mom is filing as head of household for tax purposes. So that's what gets reported to them. But however, them brothers are in the house raising their kids. So in my opinion, I think we're doing much better than they would like to give us credit for. But I also say, I think we still have some work to do.
Oh, yeah.
We can do better.
Well, I would say two things. That whole crack cocaine era was devastating for families. Period.
Right.
Period. It's funny because your film, it's noticeable that the film opens up talking to guys in jail, right?
Yes.
Many who sold drugs to go, so they couldn't be fathers, right? And them lamenting the fact that they weren't able to see their kids, right? So that whole, I don't know what the stats were before crack cocaine, but it went up a lot because
For sure.
That's what I mean, or they were dead. That has subsided. Whoa, man, has that subsided? Because that used to be my whole show every week. Can Jews not to sell drugs? And so Malcolm knows. You see, dads everywhere now. I mean, everywhere. And the one deceiving thing I think about that, the even though the kids live with the mom, that doesn't mean the dad is not involved. Extensively. And so when I see that, I was reading something the other day, and Ray actually said 50%. Now 50% of
that's why I think so.
Yeah, I saw that somewhere, and it was like, but that doesn't mean he ain't being a dad. That just means they live with the mom, and so I don't like that. I didn't like that narrative because it feeds into that narrative about black fathers. I mean, I've been in that position. My son's in that position.
Come on.
But we did. I mean, they just don't live with us. Although, as much as we see them, you might think they
right. Yeah.
They did. So I think that is, if I want to say it, an incomplete and false narrative that is still exists. Because you get in these political circles and everybody's back, man, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. So, yeah, but but you put the whole thing out there then, man. And it's I just want you to know this. You should go online, go to Street Soldiers Radio, Live and Free, and I'm gonna go to Live and Free now and watch that show, man. And it's just a beautiful, wonderful show.
Yeah.
My son-in-law is in there, and Malcolm's in there, and all these guys in the club. Some who live with the, with the child. Some who don't, but they're all in there.
Yeah.
They're all being dads. And
right.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Got to say something too for all the brothers that I know personally who stepped into other people's families and raising other folks' kids. So many brothers in that situation. I don't know where they get counted, where they fall in the numbers. I think sometimes they get overlooked. But I personally know I have friends, brothers who've just stepped in and become fathers to other, to young folks who didn't have a father in their life.
Yeah, and if I can say, because I have to give some honor, I call him my step-up dad. I call him dad.
That's the first time I heard that. Step up.
I got that from you years ago. I still use that.
Oh yeah, bro, because I'm saying he stepped up, and that brother raised me from the time I was 9 years old until he left the earth. God rest his soul. That's Pops, man. He taught me everything I think I know about being a man and being a father. I got to watch him, and I took what I could from him and passed that on and added some with my sons, and I'm just proud. I'm grateful. But thank you. But Doc, can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
If you don't mind, because I got to give you, and I'm glad you came back on, Lady E. So remember too, when I first did the film back then, Doc, I swear I didn't know what I was doing. I was lost. I just knew I thought this was important. And I want to give Street Soldiers and you, Lady E and Malcolm, I got to give y'all credit. You remember when we went to Baltimore, you took me to Baltimore?
Yes, sir.
That trip changed my life. And especially in terms of this work, because I wasn't prepared for it. I didn't know what it was, but I remember this. We showed that film, and it's two things that stand out in my mind. There was this brother, I think he had to be 6'3", 6'4", big young man. And he got up to, because the kids started talking about their dads, and he fell on the floor convulsing. And I'll never forget that. I did not know. I know what that pain was, but I didn't know how it affected people. And that literally changed my life. And I can't thank you enough for putting your arms around me and helping me through that process and giving me exposure. Because again, I just thought it was important, but I certainly didn't know what to do with it. And you saw it, and you know, y'all embraced me. And you're, for me, you're forever family, and I can't thank you enough.
That day in that auditorium in Baltimore.
20 years ago, by the way.
Yeah.
About 20 years ago.
Yeah. Those kids, a lot of them kids got up and ran out. They couldn't take it. We had to get them back in to have the discussion. Yeah, that you touched something that it's not so much that they didn't want to deal with, or they, but people weren't dealing with it with them. You know, they were carrying this, and your film just centered it right then and there. You know, it's because you know, a lot of their anger, fear, and pain and emotional residue deals with their dads, right? And that film, and we've had that. My sister brought a bunch of kids down, just showed up one day. Just showed one day at the club. 30 kids. What we gonna do? You know, we showed
that was Jerry out of the blue.
Yeah.
He had out of the blue. He just showed up with literally 30 kids off the bus from Sacramento. All right. Wow. And you know, I was in the classroom then, and they didn't come in at the top of the hour. They came in, you know, I had already gotten started. And I was like, usually I can integrate kids when they come in. But when 30 came in, I thought, whoa, okay, get Dr. Marshall. What we gonna do? Really? And he said, Daddy Hunger, out of the blue. It was like, you know, when you say it's a God thing, there's no doubt about that because of the way it showed up, how it showed up, when it showed up, and what it did when it was active and people were, it was a God thing. And baby, that thing transformed the kids. The bus ride back was a whole different experience, I'm sure.
Wow.
You know, it's a universal, man. Yeah. You know, if there's something that everybody, you know, parenting, my kids, I feel your mom and your daddy, right? We didn't have to, we knew we got this. We know we go, you know, and they were like, oh my God, you know, because again, it isn't dealt with. And we're saying all this to say your film has played such a big part. And we've shown it, you know, in Baltimore, we've shown it here. I've gone, look, I've shown excerpts from it in Seattle and San Diego. And I mean, you know, because part of the training, we talk about fathers. And a lot of times the lead into it is to show scenes from Daddy Hunger. So, man, if this was I know it's God's work, but if this was a meal, the old folks say, you put your foot in this one, brother.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you.
It's very healing. It's been a healing journey for that film.
Yeah. Well, I will say this for me is for me personally, and I don't really screen it like that anymore or do those presentations, but I stopped doing it unless I could have a mental health professional in the room with me, because some of the reactions, it was another time I was in Baltimore and we just finished and we're getting in the car, and I can still remember this lady says, Ray, has anybody committed suicide yet from watching your film? Just out of nowhere. That was a lot of weight to carry. That was a lot of weight to carry. Yeah. So I was like, well, I'm taking an expert with me now, just so people can, you know, deal with some of those.
It does. It can leave an elephant. I'm a therapist. And so it does leave, it definitely can leave an elephant in the room or in somebody's throat. And so what needs to happen is when after the movie, it gets close to the end, then that elephant needs to be addressed. Who in here, is there anybody? And then just have a moment where they can say more or speak to that,
Mhm.
or,
Yeah.
and then you'll just kind of be led to what this person needs. If they need to say more, if people need to surround them, not get up and move around, but just the energy around them, that whole conversation. Because I'm gonna tell you what, God, here we go. I'm gonna do this, Dr. Marshall. God already knows what we need. Here we go. Okay, He knows what we need. And when it comes up, it's time. When it comes up, it's time. And then whatever one is led to do when it comes up, it is okay to do that. If it means healing is imminent right here. This is a
Yes.
moment. And moments of silence can do wonders. Breathing in, inhales and exhales do wonders. And then sometimes that's your story, not the whole story, but little snippets of it can bring in peace. Because if God knows what you need, He's going to send somebody. There's already somebody there that person knows, and they've been pushing them back. Now you got permission. Don't push them back, because they're there for you. Do you hear what I'm saying? Those are the
Yes.
right. Yeah.
I love that, lady. Thank you. I love that. That gives me some comfort personally, because you're right.
Yeah, because that was a setup, and you weren't supposed to go there. It's like, hey, this is what we gonna do here. We gonna
Yeah.
cook with this.
Yeah, because the term I used to use, watching the reaction sometime, was people just need to vomit that stuff up. It's just sitting at the top of them, and they just let it out. And a lot of times that was pain, a lot of words, a lot of tears sometimes, but I was grateful to see the release from them for sure.
And you understand. Sometimes
Yes.
I understand not because I'm saying it, but because I've lived it. That alone gives people peace. That
Amen.
alone gives them courage, because here I'm looking at you and you did this, and that means I'm going to be all right.
Yes.
So it says all of that when you can just be present in that, with that. Don't back in. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, lady. I need to hear that. Thank you.
Yeah. No,
Sure. Mhm.
I have my own term, call this time in history, recovery. Like after slavery, there was Reconstruction, and after that whole crack cocaine thing, when things were abnormal as hell, uh, getting back to normalcy and sacredness, I call it recovery. And a lot of that has to do with dads being dads, out of jail. I ain't going to jail, I'm back, I'm gonna be a dad, right? No matter what. And I mean it's no matter what, right? And what you see it not only with the kid, but you see it because you see this with moms. When mothers are gonna be mothers no matter what they are. They're gonna mom everything and everybody. It's part of what they do, right? So if you're a mom, baby this, baby that, baby, and it's and nobody says you ain't my mama. And if you do, well, if you do, I know I'm not, but they won't even say that, right? They just like that's what moms do. It's happening with the men. You can see it. The men are doing it because they got that fatherhood thing, and so they just like they father at the baseball games. They father at the barbecue. We had a barbecue. We had so many men brothers. Look, and so let me tell you something. It's beautiful to see because the wannabe thugs ain't gonna mess with no daddies, right?
Right.
They ain't doing it. What you gonna do? Somebody's related to your uncle. It was almost like the old days. Everybody's related to somebody's uncle. And you come, hey man, look, they just ain't being crazy because the men are there. So, and I know this is, but you had a big part in well, you didn't know it. You didn't know it. You just doing your thing. It's like when we put the show on, we didn't know it was gonna be that big a deal. We started the club, we didn't know it was gonna be a big deal. But it has what it has done for families and for the community is huge. And you know, when can we? This is my favorite. I'm gonna do something for you. This is my favorite scene in Daddy Hunger. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna do this, and people. This is my favorite scene. It's not long, but it's my favorite scene.
What?
When she smiles, another universe is born. Clouds are torn and sunlight shines right through. She's the reason that God gave me these eyes, this nose, these lips, these ears, and these arms, so I can look at her and see everything she's thinking in her soul, so I can smell beautiful roses and her fragrance and know that God is wonderful, so I can speak poems into her soul and let her know that Daddy's here and he's always going to be here, so I can hear her cries in the middle of the night and run to her and let her know that I'll be here for the rest of her life, so I can hold these arms open and wrap them around her like a blanket. You see, there's nothing like being with your child. And every time I'm with her, I think about the child support that I'm paying and I realize that it means nothing. I think about all the money that I'm donating and it means nothing. I think about all the court fees that I'm paying and it means nothing. What's most important is when I pull my car up to the driveway and she runs to the door and she's looking through the screen and she sees Daddy coming up that walkway, and I open the door and I come in and I look in her eyes and she looks in my eyes and we stare at each other and that smile comes like the sun in my life. See, that's priceless. And I wish more fathers could experience that, because it would take your life to a whole nother level. It would elevate you to the point that you never thought you could be. You see, being a father is the best thing in the world. And I sure am glad that I am.
See, fatherhood
Wow.
has
Come
given
on.
men the safe place to love, to be
Amen.
gentle, to be soft, to be
Mm.
present. It's giving them the freedom and the safety to love without fear. And then he can tell his story. And you heard that story without telling the story. He pulled up, so they're not together. And
Yeah.
everything that he's doing, it means nothing, because being a father and being a father is so much more than what it sounds like. It's that love, that safety, that assurance that only a father can do.
Amen.
Lady E, can I say something too? You know, most of the time it's framed as what we're doing for other people, but fatherhood to me brings the best out of me and out of a man.
Oh yeah.
You know, the parts we didn't know were there, we didn't know we could do, we didn't know how to do it. Somehow all that comes up. And I, you know, when I meet new fathers or expecting fathers, I always say, hey, some folks it brings out the worst, and you don't want to be that. You want to bring out the best, and that's what it's brought out in me, and I think that's what it does for men. You know,
Amen. Yeah.
But see, Malcolm, for you, baby, you got that gentle, that sweet, that part that just, yeah, that little girl, just her daddy, you know, and that boy, daddy, you know, that's like, oh, yeah, you do that. And it's love.
But it brings out that capacity to love.
Yes, it does.
More, like we thought, you know, along the way we think we loving, that's a whole nother level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ooh, come on, Malcolm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Doc talk about this, and this extends a little bit to men in general, but we always say when we're right, there's an order that's established. You know, we just, fathers just bring we bring an order to things.
Yes.
When we're right, you know, whether that's safety, that's one kind of order, but it can be many different things, you know, and when we're right and taking care of folks, it's just everybody else can just relax.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
there's an order established. And you
Daddy's
know
here.
when it's not there because you see it, you can feel it real quick.
Feel it immediately.
Mm-hmm. Can I share something real quick about that scene?
That scene
Because this is just more confirmation. This literally is God's film. But I remember the day we were filming that scene. The brother's name is Terry Moore. He's a poet here in Sacramento, and that was his daughter Tyra. And so we were there. We were set up, and I was like, "Oh, kids always love me. No, I'll have no problem. I'll hold the baby while he does the scene." And I'm trying to grab Tyra. She would not come to me. She was like standing in her daddy's arms. So then we were like, well, I guess we just gonna have to film it with him holding Tyra. You know, and that's how that scene came alive, which was, as you said, amazing.
Oh,
Priceless.
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
scene in the middle of that film, it's like, because the stuff before is tough, the stuff after is tough, but then he's like, this is where we're trying to get to, right?
Yeah.
And like he sends a message in the middle of all the tough stuff. He said, but this is where we all trying to get. As we looking
Yes.
at all the things in the way, this is what, and when he says, and it means nothing. And it means nothing. Because brother's been, the courts, this, she got another boyfriend, but I got another, he said, I don't care. It means nothing. It means nothing. And that line is when I have these conversations with men, hey, man, that don't matter. Nothing matter. All you gotta want to be is a dad. All you gotta want to be is a dad, right? And he's a perfect example of that. And then he says the reward, man. The reward. And in my conversations with men, I would say, you don't know what you're missing, man. You don't know what you're missing. You see what you're missing? I show this to him, and then they be like, oh man, look, you can't fake that, man. You can't fake it. Then they go, well, this. I said, no, I don't care what. Go get your child. Go get your child. We can work out. That scene is just priceless, man. It's beautiful. Was that one of them spur of the moment ideas, or
we had planned to do the scene, because Terry's very popular here in Sac. He's an amazing poet and artist. So I knew of his work, and we contacted him and agreed to do it. So he came, we had the camera set up. I mean, we were ready. The black background, everything was set. And Tyra's like, no, nobody's holding me but my dad.
And that says it right there, right?
Come on, right.
My daddy.
Yeah. Would not leave his arms. So we were like, well, I guess we don't have to do it with you holding her.
That was the way it was supposed to be.
God did his thing. Yeah. And Tyra's a grown woman now. That little baby's a grown woman. Yeah.
I know she's seen that a million times.
I don't know if she has, but he's Terry Moore. If you go to Facebook, Terry's on there, and he shows pictures of Tyra now. And she is an adult.
What's his last name?
Moore, Moore.
Okay, let me check it. Okay.
Yeah. So it's beautiful.
Yeah. It's priceless. It's just priceless.
Yes.
We're not trying to go overboard here with the hyperbole, but you really gotta know that this thing has been part of the healing, big time. This thing has been part of the healing, and I'm sure people that we don't know have seen this film and use it, and they'll be using it for a long time, man, because there's not a lot of pieces like this that you can use to have these kind of discussions about father.
Yeah.
So and now you have you all these years later, you have another. Where do these inspirations come from, sir?
And it's him. It's the big guy. I kid you not. Look, okay, so you won't believe this. I wrote this book I started on a Saturday and I finished it Monday night. And I gave it to my brother because I just wanted him to preview it. And he was like, Ray, I'm sitting in a coffee shop with tears in my eyes reading this book because it's it's very reflective, and it gives us an opportunity to kind of look back. And actually, he made me go change the ending because I don't want a father in the world to read that book and go and look backwards, because the whole thought and process is we're still becoming. Right. And we can offer our kids the fathers that we're becoming, even if we weren't perfect yesterday. So none of this journey is about perfection. It's just trying to get there. And what I love about it's called the 10 Commandments of Fatherhood. But what I love about it is remember now, I hadn't shared this part. So I felt like I was on top of the world at one point. And when my sons were 4 and 6, my world crashed. And unfortunately, their mom and I didn't make it, and we, started divorce proceedings. So I became a single dad with them from the ages of 4 and 6. They were primarily with me. So the book really is the 20 hard-fought years of, well, let me tell you this, Doc, and this will bring it full circle. So this Father's Day, my brand new grandbaby, and my son Max calls me and says, we're talking about, I'm wishing him happy Father's Day. It's the first one, he's got his own son, we're ecstatic. And then he says, Dad, you did it. And I said, what? I was confused, like I did something. He's like, no, you did it. And I was like, what'd I do? He said, Dad, you broke the cycle. And then he said, there shouldn't be any more fatherless children in our bloodline. Mm. And it floored me. I was not prepared for those words. And I think about all of those years. I thought about all those years and what it took, and that's what the 10 Commandments are about. It's I'll give you a couple of quick examples if you don't mind. But I'm in family court. I was the respondent. Of course, their mom's the plaintiff, the judge, the attorneys. But it's very intimidating. I say the family courts is the place where families go to die. Nobody's over there trying to resurrect and help you guys make it. They're in there doing, judges are judges, judging, and lawyers are lawyering, and plaintiffs are plainting, if that's the term. And we're responding. And I remember this. They were like, so your kids are now wards of the state. You're allowed to see them every other weekend, every weekend and every other Wednesday, something like that, some parenting plan. And the first thought that came to me was, I'm their father every day. What are you talking about? Right? And I meant that though. Like I
know you meant it. I know you meant it.
And now you tell me when I get to see them, and you were in charge of my children. And so, right in that moment, I was like, you know what? And this is one of my principles in there. Commandments. If there's breath in me and breath in you, they'll always know how to get to me. I don't care what's going. If there's breath in you and breath, we are still on this planet Earth, you will be able to get to me. You'll never have to wonder what Daddy is. And that was, and I talked to my son, Max, about that a couple of days ago. He said this, and it was amazing to me, because I remember I put the principle in my head, and here's what Max said. Because I was saying, well, did you feel safe? Because I'm interviewing him for the book, and he's like, yeah, he said, you were kind of like this helicopter dad. He said, you were just like hovering around, but you didn't hover around enough to not let me be who I was and have my own identity. But you were just, and then he changed it. He said, you were like this eye in the sky. And he said, even if I couldn't see you, I just knew you were always there. Mm-hmm. And remember, I made that commitment 20 years ago. If there's breath in me and breath in you, you're going to know how to get to me. So the whole tone of this book is what that's about. And another quick one I'll give you, if you don't mind, is, when you're in court, and especially for the brothers that are in the middle of this, because it's a horrible place to be. And, they're determining how much money you pay, all these different things, and I've never badmouthed their mom. I won't do it on a radio. That is my son's mother. I believe that to this day. We were opposing parties at that point, so we were all doing what we were supposed to be doing. But I remember that this thing got so bad, and it was eating me up so much inside the court appearances, because it cost me $250,000 in attorney's fees over a 3-year period. So it was just ridiculous. And I lost everything. Filed bankruptcy, lost my house to foreclosure, lost everything. But here's the principle that came out of it for me, was because I had to make this decision. I remember, I will never hate anyone or anything more than I love my sons. And I was right at that point where I had to make that decision, because it can make you want to fight with it. We're men. We want to fight. We want to win. We want to be heard. And when they're stifling us, and we have, we're doing the best we can, and here they come with more of the court foolishness. So I was like, no, I love my sons. Y'all do what you do. I'm gonna go home and play basketball with my sons. And that became our life. And I had to make it that hard. I remember making that decision because I was very close to hating. But I couldn't hate if I meant, because here's what I say too, hate's not free. It's still a cost to it. So I could have hated the court. I could have went and I see these brothers on TikTok standing in front of the court. The judge, the lawyers are corrupt. I was like, no, I'm going home with my sons. I'm not going to let them put me in jail. I'm not going to harass them. I'm going home and I'm going to be with my babies. And so I never hate anyone or anything more than I love my kids.
You said so much powerful stuff.
All right, now preach. That is the gospel truth.
Come on, it was close.
You said so much powerful stuff, man.
Sorry about that, Doc.
No, and only a man who wanted to be a dad no matter what could say that. And I mean no matter what.
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
you throw at me, no matter what. You know, I mean, you know, you move them across the country, no matter what. I'm gonna be, and look, and you ain't know. And I love what you said early on. Wait a minute.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be only 3 days now. I mean the way you said that, I'm a everyday. Yeah, no, the shock. Yeah, that's powerful stuff. That is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I meant every word. I mean, those are lived experiences for me.
Oh, yeah, I know, and that's the point. The film. So, and I haven't read it, but it seems like you have moved from. I mean, there's a part of you in the film, right? You talk about you know, finding your dad that made you whole again, but a lot of it is about other folks, right? And the exploration of the issues. It seems like, and I have not yet cracked into this, that this is about your journey, your personal journey.
Yes.
And, oh wow, man, that's.
Oh yeah, Doc. Hey, Doc. I'm telling everything too. I'm telling it all. It ain't. I'm not the hero in this thing. I'm an everyday, ordinary dad, and the things I had to learn to raise my sons. But there's just like you and Malcolm. There's no distance between me and my sons. We're great. They love their daddy, and I love them to death.
I understand. I understand the ways I can't even begin to say. I absolutely understand.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. It was hard because so in the early 2000s, I was in the real estate mortgage business. We were balling out of control. I'm driving brand new cars off showroom floors. I'm showing off. I'm that guy. And all of a sudden, everything was gone. I lost everything. It's me and these babies. I had to move in with my parents, 40 years old, 46 years old, moving my parents 11 days, find a new place, lights getting cut out. I mean, we went through it. And it was a lot I had to go through, and it was very humbling. And I can tell you this, 20 years later, I say, I thank you guys so much for taking all that from me. And I don't say it lightly. I mean that. I say I would do it all over again if I got to be those boys' dad. But here's the magic in that, what happened, what I just described, because the old me would have outsourced fatherhood. They need a basketball coach, hire one. Don't just hire the best coach you can find. I'll pay for it. They need a tutor, get them a tutor. That's no problem. Oh, they got a game Saturday? Oh, well, I got to work. I'm busy. I'm making money keeping this lifestyle we live in. And when it's all gone, and I'm sitting here now with, it's me and these boys, and they need a coach. Well, come on, daddy coach. We going outside and shoot 100 free throws. That show, Are You Smarter Than the Fifth Grader? And remember, we wasn't doing Google then. So I'm really trying to do this fifth grade homework. So,
you just gave me, you just gave me a new thing that I can use. Outsourced fatherhood. That is, wow. That is hella deep. Outsourced fatherhood. Oh man, how many brothers? Oh man, no, you can't outsource fatherhood. I'm telling somebody that tomorrow. You can't outsource.
So you got to know, on a whole nother level, the message that God was giving you.
Oh, for sure.
And so, without the whole conversation, just take that time and go back and look at what he made you write. I know that feeling. It's like this ain't this ain't the story I'm trying to tell. But when you really look at it and you see the love and the cost for that and the fearlessness in that, the courageousness of that, that is what you experience in the love that he has shown you. I'll be with you always while you're
Come on.
going through all of that. And all of that becomes nothing, yet what you realize you have is everything. Yes, that
Yes.
is the message. Talk about the message. Anyway, yeah,
Oh,
just
yeah.
know that he did a mighty thing with you, and you keep telling that story.
Oh, for
That
sure.
is tell that story.
Lady Eva, and I meant this too, because remember, so just to give people an understanding that are watching, I didn't know my biological father. So I had to go find this guy, if you believe, find him, fly to him at 40 years old to meet him for the first one and only time I ever saw him in my life. And he was a college professor at an Ivy League university.
All right.
It's the only I had to go see him. And as soon as I saw him, that term I used, my daddy hunger was gone. And I was like, and Doc, that's why I'm kind of started back then. Because remember, the statistics then were 1 in 3 Black boys are going to go to prison in their lifetime. Right? Remember that? And then fatherless boys were 20 times more likely to go to prison. So that's when I was like, well, God, let me see mine. And now my daddy hunger is gone. We got to reach the rest of them so they don't go to prison. So, and my sons don't go to prison, so that's what kind of started it. But I just said all that to say this. Y'all, and I mean this. I mean it with everything in my spirit. Metaphorically, you can say, I'm willing to die for this. I'm saying that I was literally willing to die to be my son's father. And I'm not playing about that. If nothing and no one was going to stop me from being them boys' daddy. And that's meant everything to me. And it's defined my life. And I'm good with that. I don't need the house. I don't need the cars. Let me love my babies. And that's some amazing brothers, by the way. Shout out to Max and Milo. Daddy love you.
So anyway, you're taking it to another level. The book is called, and the book is not even published.
Which was the purpose of the being at the other level. All right.
Come on.
It's called The 10 Commandments of Fatherhood: A Message of Redemption, Hope, and Love by Ray Upchurch from the Daddy Hunger Project. I like that.
Thank you.
So I'm reading the manuscript. I'm going to get you something. But see, here's the thing now. See, and it's funny because it's within the last 2 months, this is the second one I've gotten about somebody's personal journey of redemption. Yours is around fatherhood. His is around coming back from the streets. And I'm gonna send you the book. And here, see, don't give me. How can I say people who want to save people? Okay, right? Don't give me people like you, see, because then let's go. Let's go. So let's go. That's what we live for. And next I'm gonna shout out one other person just because you know him, and maybe we can even have him on the show, Dr. Khalid White, who was also really.
Oh, absolutely.
And so I'm gonna get him, like, you're gonna send this to him, okay, too. I can't wait for Father's Day show next year. And this is just gonna keep moving, taking the movement,
I pray. Yes.
Yeah, it's because I got new material now. And it's your personal story. And that's what I give you so much admiration for. When you put your story on film, when you put your story in print, I don't even say you're exposed. That is as genuine as you can get.
Yeah. It's all in there, Doc.
That's as genuine as you can get. And can't nobody say, man, that ain't true, that ain't real. Nah, man. Look, I'm right here, right? It's right. Oh man, this is woo.
Thank you. And
I just like, just come on tonight and let's tell the world what's coming. So
yeah, you sure did. I was shocked. But let me tell you, because you made that call, by the way, I built a website. So my website up, and we're giving a free father's guide, 5 steps to how to love your children. So if the website is daddyhunger.org, DADDY hunger.org. And if they simply put their email address in and name the guide, they can open the guide and get it right there. And it's because what we're saying is, why wait till tomorrow? Let's start today. Like even though yesterday may have been let's start today. And it just gives some simple principles on things we can do today to engage with our children.
I'm pulling up the website right now, the 10 Commandments of Fatherhood. I'm gonna get it to Ann. Boy, it looks great.
Well, I just added my name to the list. Don't worry.
Man,
I've been looking.
Well, you got all kinds of skills. You ain't wasting no time.
Now, Doc, this guy kind of jumped in this thing. I'm telling you, I downloaded the book and it was just came out.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody just sent me and when I got this text, I said, this can't be correct. So somebody, an old friend, just sent me a text. I guess she's watching the show. Oh, this can't be true. She says, I read Ray's book today, and I was trying to figure, how could she read your book today?
I sent it to her. The homie, we grew up since we were 8 years old. We grew up together. So, and she's a PhD, so I asked her to read it and review it.
How about Dr. Williams? Dr. Williams, you signed a book?
Yeah.
I've known her for like 35 years. I mean, forever. She said, I read Ray's book today. It was amazing.
Right.
Oh.
The movement has begun. Oh my God. I gotta call her. Oh my God. Oh.
It's time. It's time. We get ready to take this to another level, Doc.
Oh, I know. You telling the street soldier? Yeah, we about to take this. Thank you, man. Thank you so much once again for the work.
My pleasure.
Wow. Okay. Woo. I'm gonna have to go get some coffee or something stronger or something. We're about to end this. I gotta, Lady E, leave. Take it over from me because I'm like over, especially hearing this from Dr. Williams. This is Lady E. Go ahead. What do you want to say?
I don't know that I was just sitting here thinking because I've been enjoying the program so much. I haven't made any notes. And so it's like, okay, Lord, is there something that you want me to say? And that the only thing that comes to me is Ray, just to continue to do the work, to recognize the guidance that you're given, and then follow that guidance, put it out there. The Father, one of the questions that came up during the Father's Day show, a caller came in and he wanted to know what being a father had to do with God the Father. Do you remember that, Dr. Marshall?
Yes, I do remember that.
Yeah, and it was like, well, that's not really what this program is about. But as the young men started to share more information about fatherhood and being a father, it became oh so clear that we need to know who God is. And He is our Father. And I was sitting here thinking, on earth as it is in heaven. And what could be a better time than the world to get back in touch with how to be a father? To recognize the one you got and be the one to the ones that are given to you. And thank you for being the lead on this because, hey, you know the story. It's your story. It's your journey. And to turn the light on for others, how wonderful is that? What a blessing. Thank you for being obedient to the guidance that you were given. That's why you got it done in such a short period of time. Because it wasn't you, baby, you were connected, okay? You were connected and obedient. It doesn't take long, okay?
Yeah, and obedient.
Connected and obedient.
hey guys, can we push here too? Because I'm getting started now. So I got a Facebook page, Daddy Hunger. It's on Facebook. Please visit and help me build this thing, and we're gonna get it out. Doc, can I get 1 minute here? And I'll be quiet after this.
You got it.
This is my last. So Lady E, because of what you just said, right? So, and I had this revelation when I started, and it was like, very few times in the Bible did God just like directly speak to the people. And in this particular time is Jesus' baptism. So as it says, right? Jesus rose up from the water. The Spirit of God came down in the form of a dove. And then God's own voice says, "This is my beloved Son in whom I'm well pleased."
That's what he said.
Right. And I thought about that. I was like, well, why would God do that? This is my beloved Son. Why would he tell the whole world? And then it hit me. Oh, he's validating Jesus. He's letting everybody know that's my son. That's my baby boy. Right? And God didn't just come talk to us. And then it went a step further. God validated Jesus before Jesus had done anything. Not a miracle. Ain't raised nobody from the dead.
Oh,
it was his rebirth. And then God says, that's my son. And Jesus went and changed
and
him.
whom he didn't have to do nothing for him to be pleased.
Yes.
That's right. He didn't have to do a thing just because you're mine. That's not how that's not how most parents do it. You got to do something.
Right.
But that's not good. And but see, that's love. And see, that's right. Because see, you see, don't get me started, as Dr. Marshall.
I know y'all. I'm so sorry. I feel like I'm running my mouth too much, but I'm just, I'm in it. I'm here. We in here.
He didn't have to do a thing.
You got the name. Hold on, Ray, like light, sunshine, all of that, and up church for a reason.
Yes, he didn't have to do.
Yeah.
Didn't have to prove himself.
That's my baby. And then if you remember Jesus right after that, all he talked about, I'm only here to do the will of my Father. The Jews tried to make him king. I don't want to be your king. I'm just here to do the will of my Father. The rest of his whole story. Dad, I'm just doing what you asked me to do.
That's right.
It's a love story. 66 months.
That's right.
Yeah.
He made it. He was making it clear. He's telling you the story. That's right, baby. That's right.
Oh, Lord, I know.
This is your continuation story of the love.
It is. It is.
Oh man, this is gonna be. I don't know why people say I ain't got nothing to do. I'm bored. I ain't got nothing to do. Man, you must have. I don't know how you wouldn't, because there's so much to do for people.
Yeah.
So much to do, and so. All right, man. Thank you for coming on tonight, daddyhunger.org. And our review from somebody I know. It was great. It was amazing. All right, I'm going to read tomorrow. Okay.
It's a quick read. I read it in 45 minutes.
Wow. All right.
Y'all.
So good to see you and hear from you.
Thank you, lady, as you as well. Thank you. Y'all my family. I love you and I appreciate you more than you know.
We got a lot of following to do. Because it reaches everybody.
Yes.
All right. Good night.
Okay.
Good night.